Hello and welcome. Thank you for watching the video. Talking really here, Andy. And this story you've heard of before because I go on about it all the time. I really don't like these EVs. They're a complete waste of time. Maybe a scam, whatever you want to call it. But there has been some furore from very prominent YouTubers who are making videos about this subject because in reference to disabled people and the accessibility of it, because Motability itself are pushing them onto disabled people, and in my opinion this is wrong for a start. Priority given to EVs over anything else. But the second thing is there any consideration for anybody to be able to use these things? It's all right giving them out and telling people they have to have one if they're disabled, but can the actual disabled person manage to do things with it, i.e. charge it up, right? Because most of us, we have disabilities that would prevent us from getting around easily. That's the whole point of having a car. But if you go to a charging station, you've got the thing like the cable. If you're in a wheelchair, just think about it, you've got to get your wheelchair out, get into your wheelchair, go round to the car, plug it all in if you can, and then if whatever reason, when you come back, you've got to reverse that, take the cable out, get back into the car, put your chair back in the car, blah blah blah, and then drive off. Now, if you have to wait for the car to charge, obviously you get out of your car, get in the wheelchair, go and plug it all in, then you get back in the car, you have to put your wheelchair back in the car because it may be raining or cold or whatever, then you wait for your time for the charge to run out and be fully charged. You have to get your wheelchair, get out again, go and unplug it, get back in the car, put your wheelchair. That's ridiculous situation. A ridiculous situation. And also you may not be able to physically lift this charger because the cables are quite heavy, apparently.
I've just pulled up to charge my car, but I can't because the car chargers here aren't accessible. And I have this problem every single time I try to find a public EV charger. The government has set out a path for zero-emission vehicles by 2035. And by 2030, it wants 80% of all vehicles sold in Great Britain to be electric vehicles. How's that going to work if we can't actually charge them? Accessibility should have been incorporated from the outset, but as always, we're an inconvenient afterthought. I'm not asking for every EV charger in the UK to be accessible. I'm just asking for a reasonable percentage of them to be accessible. The weight of the charging cables needs to be taken into account, as well as the force required to attach the connector. The lack of drop curbs and bollards put around the charging stations, unsuitable parking arrangements, meaning that I either can't go in and then get out of the car, or I leave my car and then come back and there's another car parked next to it and I'm stuck. Instructions and sockets placed way too high that I either can't reach them or read them. Approximately 35,000 people with access needs already drive electric vehicles in the UK. By 2035, the number of disabled drivers and passengers is estimated to rise to a whopping 2.7 million. So solutions need to be found and EV chargers need to be made more accessible to people with access needs.
But think about it, right? And if you're in that situation and that is your only means of transport and you cannot go anywhere, what are you going to do when you break down? What are you going to do? You're in the middle of nowhere. You can't charge it up. I mean, I've had cases where I've been driving and I suddenly thought, oh, I've got no fuel left. I better stop off at the garage. You can't do that with an EV. And if you can, you end up then being wherever you are in the middle of nowhere waiting. Now, the YouTuber MacMaster has made a video about this, about the fact that Motability are pushing these onto disabled people, and it's a very good video. He is talking from an able point of view, however he has referenced the whole wheelchair thing because it's important. But the whole thing about these EVs being pushed onto disabled people by Motability is purely to meet targets. There is no other reason. It's not about your needs. It's about targets. They have targets to meet for sales, and obviously they're giving huge incentives to people to have an EV. If there was no incentive, these EVs would be far too expensive to have. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and of course your comments are welcome. Make them constructive and to the point, please. Thank you, and I'll catch you next video. Have a good day. Bye for now.